Good evening, councillors, staff, ladies and gentlemen in the gallery, and to those listening at home. Please be seated while Councillor Barley Singh delivers the blessing. Thank you.
In the name of God and loving Spirit, we gathered here today with a heart full of gratitude for the city of Gosnells. It's a rich, diversity, vibrant community and nature beauty. We thank you for the opportunity to serve this city and its people with wisdom, integrity, and compassion. Guide the heart and the mind of our council members as they deliberate, make a decision that shape the future of community. Grant the clarity, fairness, courage to act in the best interest of all the residents, fostering unit, respect, and progress. Bless the people of Gosnells. May they experience peace, safety, and prosperity. May our city continue to thrive as a peace place where all the individuals feel valued and heard. We ask for protection over our community and the strength and resilience in the face of any challenge. Let this meeting be conducted with mutual respect, open heart, and shared commitment to the common ground. God bless everybody. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Councillor Singh. Before we begin, I will acknowledge that we are meeting on the traditional lands of the Whadjuk Noongar people. On behalf of Council, pay my respects to them and their elders, both past and present. It is now 7:02 and I declare the meeting open. There are no announcement of visitors. I read the disclaimer. Members of the public are cautioned against taking any action on council decisions on items in which they may have an interest until such time as they've seen a copy of the minutes of the meeting or have been advised in writing by city staff. Just to let everyone know, we are live streaming, so please note all council meetings are digitally recorded and live streamed on the city's YouTube channel, except for confidential agenda items, during which time the live stream will be temporarily suspended. Thank you. Okay. Record of attendance. Councillor Good is an apology tonight and Councillor Betts has a leave of absence. Other than that, we are all here. Very good. Are there any disclosures of interest, councillors? No disclosures of interest, thank you. Announcements by the presiding member. I just want to congratulate the Gosnells RSL on a lovely Anzac service. It was really well organised and very well attended. I think there was probably over 3,000. I didn't count heads, but there was a lot of people there this year, which is really great to see such support for our RSL members and the wider community coming together to support that cause. So fantastic to see. Also, I just wanted to share with everyone a couple of staff heroes we've got. I'm just going to go to my notes here because I don't want to mess this up because it's probably very important. City staff have acted to save lives in 2 instances recently. In the first, city staff members Deb Ditchburn, who's a youth development officer, and Megan Terpstra, a youth activity officer, were driving to Underground Sound when they noticed a car had veered off the road and slammed into a tree. When the staff saw a young woman trying to crawl out of her driver's side of the car, they both stopped to help. They assisted the injured driver from the wrecking in the smoking car, and Deb is trained in first aid, so she called 000 as well as helped the driver to a more secure location. So that's fantastic that they were able to help out there. In a second incident, a skate park youth worker, Shakira Koch, was advised about a young man collapsing on a nearby basketball court. Shakira went to the basketball court and saw that the young man was not breathing, and without hesitation she began administering CPR and remained with him until an ambulance arrived. And Shakira had also had to use the defibrillator on the young man, and she was assisted by a casual youth worker, Joshua Reynolds, who was also working. He ran to get the defibrillator at Mills Park Centre and then ensured the crowd stayed back to provide a safe environment. And Tom Bentley, who's the youth development officer, oversees the city's skate programs, was away from work on a family outing when he received the call from Shakira about the incident. Without hesitation, he cut his outing short, dropped his family off and drove to Mills Park to check on the staff to make sure they were all right. So isn't that fantastic that the staff were able to act and help out, as well as potentially save a young man's life. So that's fantastic. If you could pass on thanks to the staff members, Acting Director of Community Engagement, Maxine Aarons, thank you. And I do not have any further announcements. Reports of delegates. Are there any? Councillor Lloyd, thank you.
I attended the AGLG meeting on Wednesday the 23rd of April as the delegate. Advertising has gone out for the new Executive Land Care Officer, so spread the word if you know anybody who's currently seeking employment. The Friends of Mary Carroll have now been insured under the City of Gosnells under the management of AGLG, which means that their events have resumed again, which we're all very excited about. The board has also been notified that the ATO application for a not-for-profit has been approved, which also is great for any organisation. It really opens doors. The Friends of Banyala have a wonderful new flyer, which I actually have not grabbed out of my bag. Maybe I'll show it to you afterwards if I don't have it easily accessible. I brought it with me because a wonderful new flyer, and I was very impressed by their 3D printed holder that they had made, which is even more impressive than their awesome flyer, which has been made in the design of this logo. So it actually has a really lovely stand, and so you can get these from them. And I don't know if the city's going to maybe have some of them for the foyer. They're really lovely, and they've got the wildflowers inside. So I'll present this to the city afterwards. Concerns were raised at the last meeting about stock fulfilment for the plants ordered for the next season. Rightly so, a significant shortfall was advised, and thankfully the very same day an overstock list came in from another supplier, and Talon was able to get an order in immediately. The downside again has been in the lack of variety though in that shortfall. A lot of local species were unable to be acquired, and we're going to see a real shortfall in the plantings that go in this year. This again highlights the need for us to really make a decision on the potential of undertaking our own nursery, since it's such a high priority for our residents, and the next 12 months will be really crucial in the shortfalls that we're experiencing. The Plants for Residents is on this Sunday, the 4th of May, and it's all going ahead with 10,000 native plants at 10 per household. I'm looking forward to that event. I don't know if we can have an update as to where we're at with the plants, the uptake. I think on the night of the meeting on Wednesday, there was still about 40% available, and it'd be great to know how many we have left, if any. And lastly, our Give a Bushland Boost is on again this year at Cardington Reserve on the Southern River Foreshore on Sunday, the 15th of June from 9 till 12. So people pop it in their diaries. That's all from me.
Thank you, Councillor Lloyd. Any Deputy Mayor? Thank you.
Thank you. I have two reports tonight. The first one is in relation to the South East Metropolitan Regional Subgroup. The meeting was held on the 19th of March. I attended this meeting as the council delegate, where it was noted that the 2024-25 Road Rehabilitation Works Program and the Westwood Street Black Spot funded projects had been completed. However, it was noted that the Burslem Drive Improvement Project had been delayed by service providers, which is a common theme amongst local government. The Garden Street project had also been delayed by an environmental appeal. Again, that seems to be a reoccurring problem with road development, and the project was awaiting the Minister's approval and is likely to go ahead soon if it's not already through. The 2025-26 Works Program, including the Rehab Improvements Program and Black Spot projects, were endorsed by the Metropolitan Regional Road Group and are awaiting ministerial approval, with the 26-27 Works Program now open, which I'm sure Martin and his team are working on diligently. The committee also received a WELGA update, in which WELGA advised it's been working with all local governments to improve the current processes in place when working with utility service providers such as the Water Corporation and Western Power. This will help hopefully reduce the number of issues and experiences causing delays to the road projects and improvements. WELGA has also been busily working on the bus stop infrastructure agreement between local government and PTA, which enables a cost-sharing arrangement, and they set standards for shelter options. It was also noted that the City of Gosnells had been successful with gaining federal funding approval for grants for the Active Transport Fund for the design and construction of a missing shared path link and lighting on Nicholson Road in Canning Vale, which will be a great benefit to our community. The second report I have is in relation to the South East Regional Energy Group. We held our meeting in April and both myself and Councillor Adams attended. This group has been hitting big milestones, and I'm really pleased to share with you that the West Australian Government has invested $500,000 to help Switch Your Thinking assist more West Australian households and small businesses improve their energy efficiency and reduce their energy through the Energy Efficiency Pilot Program. This funding boost will enable Switch Your Thinking to deliver expanded energy efficiency education and resources in the local government sector all across the state. So far, 41 local governments have registered interest in the expanded program, and the Switch Your Thinking team has designed and distributed 200 do-it-yourself energy audit kits for loan at local libraries across the Perth metro area and regional WA. This will enable residents to perform home energy self-assessments and discover ways to reduce their bills, especially in this time of need. As you're aware, Switch Your Thinking began in 2002 as a partnership between the City of Gosnells, Armidale and the Shire of Serpentine, Jarrahdale. With Switch Your Thinking being selected to deliver this pilot program, it is a testament to the quality of service being provided and the positive impact Switch Your Thinking is having in local communities and within the local government sector. On that note, I'd like to thank the state government for the investment and Switch Your Thinking staff that diligently planned and designed the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and thank you, Councillor Lloyd. Okay, moving on. Question time. We'll have question time and then we'll have public statement time. The questions here. The first question is from Jane Cargill. Jane Cargill here? No, Jane? I might just read that out in her absence then. We'll be able to put that on record. Jane wants to know if the extension of Newenden Street will be realigned so the big gum tree, which is the largest, tallest one near lots 85 and 86, is protected, since it's home to a lot of important native species. I won't go on and read the whole lot, but what I can say is councillors can get a copy of this and it will be in the minutes, but I will say that I've had a look at the mapping today and spoken with the Acting Director for Infrastructure, and that is, the Acting Director for Planning. Sorry, Martin. Anthony, and we absolutely can have a look at how we can be creative to try to protect that tree so it becomes part of the parkland or part of a roundabout with something within it. So we'll have that in the minutes reflected that we will be able to look at that. Thank you. The next question is from Darren Kelly. Thank you, Darren.
Hey, councillors, thank you very much. On the 16th of April, the deadline for the City of Gosnells planning report to MODAP for the proposed drive-in at Harmony Fields. Has the proponent provided any additional information requested by COG to prepare the report?
Thank you for your question, and Mr Bradbrook has the answer for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. No, they haven't at this stage, but the MODAP has granted an extension till the 1st of August for the City to provide its report on the proposal. So.
Okay, well, you've covered my second question then. I'll go straight to my third.
Thank you.
Is there an expiry period to how long this can sit and penned, and what are the next steps with the MODAP, with dates and everything else from here?
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So the MODAP could grant further extensions if requested by the applicant, but they could also request that the City provide its report to the MODAP at any time. So it really is up to the MODAP as to how long it wants this to continue on for.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr Kelly. Next we have Mr Walker. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Could it be that the allegedly inappropriate attire worn by Councillor Dewhurst at the last OCM demonstrates disrespect to his fellow councillors, the residents, ratepayers and electors generally, and specifically those who voted him at the last election?
No, I don't think so. Mr Dewhurst was at a Black Cockatoo symposium, didn't have time to get home. I'd rather he was here on time. He did have permission from the presiding member to wear the attire that he was in. Thank you for your question.
Question 2. How is it that the city collects rubbish on Anzac Day?
And I'll ask Mr Martin Glover to answer that, Director for Infrastructure. Thank you.
Through you, Madam Mayor, to the best of my knowledge, the city has always collected rubbish on Anzac Day. It does, obviously, being the 25th, move each year, and the only 3 days that we don't collect are Good Friday, Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
Thank you. Your next question.
Does the city's collection of rubbish on Anzac Day demonstrate disrespect to the fallen?
I don't think so, Mr Walker. I think that people need their rubbish taken, and it doesn't stop people from attending Anzac services or paying tribute to fallen with the Anzac. So I don't think it shows disrespect by collecting rubbish on that day. Thank you. Your next question.
Why is it that the city collects rubbish on Anzac Day and not on some other public holidays?
I think the director's answered that when he said the ones that we do collect on, that we don't collect on Good Friday, Easter Monday and Christmas Day, New Year's Day. Yes.
But that doesn't answer the question. The question is, why is it that the city collects rubbish on Anzac Day and not on some other public holidays?
I don't know the actual answer to that. Mr Glover, would you have anything to add to that? There's probably what it's just been historically, that we don't collect on Good Friday or Christmas Day or New Year's Day, and there hasn't been any changes in that to keep up with the rubbish load, I guess.
I think, Madam Mayor, what I can add to that is where officers have requested that they're able to attend Anzac Day because of family or they were in military themselves, we're always willing to let them have the day off, and we have alternative drivers.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Mr Walker. Next we have Kylie Webster. Thank you.
Am I allowed to rephrase the question that I submitted?
Sure.
Thanks. I was going to ask about the proposed black cockatoo planting at Harmony Fields. I was told by the city's Facebook page that it had been reduced from 4.8 hectares to 3.3 because they hadn't realised that the proposed drive-in was going to be so large. And I was going to ask if that proposal isn't going forward, if we can go back to that original proposal and actually have that whole 4.8 hectares planted. But it sounds like we're stuck in limbo waiting on MODAP, which could be an unknown amount of time. Is there at any point a way that we can expand that area, or is that nothing can go forward until MODAP says yay or nay on a proposal that may or may not proceed?
Sorry? Yes, we'll get an answer for you on that. Director Glover will answer you. Thank you.
Through you, Madam Mayor, we are locked into the current 3.3 hectares because of the orders that have been made for the trees. Should the drive-in not go ahead, then we'll be planting more trees in the following winter.
Sorry, I can't hear you back there.
May I ask a follow-up?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. That same Facebook page, the City of Gosnells one, it said that they were going to have the same number of trees but plant them within that smaller area. So my understanding is that the number of trees hasn't changed. So that shouldn't be a limitation on the space that can be planted.
Thank you for your follow-up question. Do you have anything for that?
Through you, Madam Mayor, well, I think Harmony Fields will benefit from having more trees because we will expand if the drive-in doesn't go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. There are no public statements? No public statements this evening, councillors. I'll move on to the confirmation of the minutes. Thank you. Can I get a mover for that, please? Councillor Adams to move that, Councillor Baines to second that. Are there any questions, councillors? No? If you could please cast your vote. Thank you. Thank you. That has been carried. Moving on to receiving of petitions and presentations. Are there any? No, thank you. Any applications for leave of absence? No questions of which due notice has been given. No need to bring any items forward. We'll move on to the reports. Sorry. 13.2.1, the development application of a reconsideration of commercial vehicle parking at 59 Lot 91 Reservoir Road, Orange Grove. Can I get a mover for this, please? Councillor Dewhurst to move this and a seconder. Councillor Dalton to second it. Thank you. Councillor Dewhurst would like to speak to this. Councillor Dalton. Would anybody else like to speak to this? Councillor Deputy Mayor, Councillor Serena Williamson. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to move an amendment that reads, I, Councillor Serena Williamson, propose the following, that the staff recommendation be amended by the addition of the following condition. Number 8, within 30 days of the date of this approval, the applicant shall submit for approval a landscaping plan detailing the screening vegetation to be installed in the location to be revegetated on the approved site plan to the satisfaction of the City of Gosnells for the following reason. This amendment ensures within 30 days the applicant can agree with the city staff the appropriate size and species of plant that will ensure adequate screening of the commercial vehicle and trailers.
I'm happy to second that if you want to speak to it, Councillor Williamson. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So this amendment will actually provide greater clarity for the applicant to ensure that they can agree with staff what is a suitable plant to be put in that area to achieve the condition number 5. So it provides greater clarity for the applicant as well as a better outcome for the community, and reduces the risk that the applicant would plant a plant that wasn't deemed suitable, and then when it gets to the 90 days, be asked to take that plant out and replace it. This allows for that agreement to happen at the start, and then when he does go ahead and plant, he knows with certainty that it will be a suitable plant. So I ask for your support of the amendment.
As the seconder, I just have a question for the staff. Mr Denford, since this is such a small area, I imagine that the applicant wouldn't have to go to the point of hiring an expert to draw up a landscaping plan. They could just draw it in and write what sort of plants they are, so it wouldn't have to be anything overly technical, just an actual statement of what plants are going to go where. Yes?
Madam Mayor, yes, that's correct. Just the species and wouldn't need to go to a landscape architect.
Okay, thank you. Yep, okay, thank you. Would anybody like to speak to this item? Councillor Dewhurst, thank you.
So, wouldn't the city already had those discussions with the applicant in regards to what species of trees going in there?
Thank you, Councillor Dewhurst. Mr Denford, would they have already had that discussion? I wouldn't have thought so yet, would they?
I don't think they have, Councillor Dewhurst.
Okay, no worries at all. So what do we do in regards to then recommendation 6? So it says, within 90 days of this approval, the applicant shall remove the hard stand, which is fine, the area there, and then approve, shown on the approved plan, revegetate the area of lawn, ground cover or whatever, and screening plants to the satisfaction of the city. So now that he has to, we've put 30 days to comply with this, and I take the city will probably get back to him hopefully within 30 days. That could take him to his 60-day mark. So when do we need to update item 6 then to actually give him 90 days from the approval of the plan for the trees, or do we just only give him the 30 days if it takes 60 days to get a response to him?
Mr Denford, have you got a response to that? Thank you.
Madam Mayor, so Councillor Dewhurst, I think that the landscaping plan will actually assist with both condition 5 and provide some clarity and certainty for the applicant, as well as condition number 6. So it's the condition 6 states that the 90-day approval, the applicant shall remove 270 square metres of hard stand area, as shown on the approved plan, and revegetate the area with lawn. So if we can provide the applicant with feedback within 30 days of receiving the landscape plan, which is 30 days after the approval, that only takes it to 60. That would still give the applicant another month to satisfy condition number 6.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. Look. There's muchness. I think the amendment is fine in regards to it. I just don't like amendments being made on the hop. There's never, ever in the 14 years that I've been here that we've ever brought an amendment up to this for screening trees before. I've never seen it before. Stand corrected if we have, but I've never seen this before, and it's just I don't know why this continuously comes up now. So, but anyway, look, if we want to find out what it is, I'd just ask the council to get back to him ASAP so he can order his trees, because if he orders the trees, we have problems ordering trees as well. He may not get them, and he might not be able to get them for 120 days. So, this brings this red tape, bureaucracy in there. We've already asked them to supply screening trees and stuff like that to the satisfaction of the city. We've already asked for that. So we can ask for it again, that's fine, we'll cement it in there.
Thank you, Councillor Dewhurst. Would anybody else like to speak to this item? Councillor Williamson, would you like to close? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd just like to touch on some of the comments made by Councillor Dewhurst. My understanding and recollection of most planning applications is that there is a landscaping plan submitted to our planning department before that the actual planting occurs. So this isn't something unusual. This is usual business. This is normal.
All right, Madam Mayor, I'll go to standing orders, just to seek a bit of clarification there.
Are you calling a point of order?
Yep, do you want me to go through, find out what it is?
I want to know which one it is, yes,
Okay, it's in
thank you.
regards to seek clarification, so I'm quite happy to sit here and go through my book and
That's
tell you what
fine.
it is in a minute. I'll start from page 1.
What do you want to seek clarification on, Councillor Dewhurst?
The clarification is we're talking about screening trees, not a landscape plan. Okay, so there's nothing in regards to the of a landscape plan
Thank you,
to come
Councillor
there. So
Dewhurst.
the Councillor, the Deputy Mayor's actually got it quite wrong what she's saying.
Thank you, Councillor Dewhurst. This is talking about a landscape plan in here. So that's what she's referring to. But we're not going to go up and down on it. We're going to let Councillor Dewhurst, Councillor Deputy Mayor Williamson carry on with her debate. Thank you.
Sorry, thank you. So basically this landscaping plan, the ball is in the applicant's court. If he wants to plant the plants quicker, he can get the landscape plan and the species in, he can order his plants once he's had that conversation. This is not a long drawn out process. I don't feel it's excessive red tape, given that this applicant this has been an ongoing issue for almost a year. There's been compliance action, it's gone to SAT. We're getting to a resolution. We want to make sure the applicant has the best outcome for him. He knows exactly what needs to happen, and it's better for the community that way as well. So I ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. If you please cast your vote on the amendment. Thank you, that has been carried. We now put the amendment back with the original item. Is there any further discussion on the original item? No, councillor, please cast your vote on the original item. Thank you, that has been carried. Okay, moving on to 13.2.2, the amendment to the structure plan for Southern River Precinct 3D, 77 Lot 6 Matison Street, Southern River. Can I get a mover for this, please? Councillor Dewhurst to move this, Councillor Islam to second this. Councillor Dewhurst, would you like to speak to this item? Thank you. Councillor Islam, would anybody else like to speak to this item? No? Councillors, if you would like to cast your vote, thank you. Thank you, that has been carried. Moving on to this one. 13.2.3, the annual review of the development contribution plan reports. Can I get a mover for this, please? A mover, thank you, Councillor Islam, and a seconder, Councillor McDonald. Thank you. Councillor Islam, would you like to speak to this item? Councillor McDonald? Thank you. Would anybody else like to speak to this item? Deputy Mayor, Councillor Williamson, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to move an amendment to this item as well. The proposed amendment reads that the staff recommendation be amended by the inclusion of the following additional part. Number 5, that the Chief Executive Officer be requested to list the Central Maddington Developer Contribution Arrangement for discussion at an elected member workshop within the next 3 months, with the discussion to include A, a summary of progress under the arrangement since it was adopted, and B, the following options and their associated consequences and benefits. 1, continuing with the arrangement. 2, discontinuing the arrangement. 3, seeking state or Commonwealth Government assistance to redevelop all or parts of the contribution areas. And I provide the following reason for the amendment. The Central Maddington Developer Contribution Arrangement has been in place for more than a decade, and while some redevelopment has occurred, it has been limited. Given the arrangement is the only one in the city that applies to an established urban environment, it is appropriate to consider the outcomes and effectiveness of the current arrangement to date. This will provide the council an opportunity to consider whether the current arrangement is the most appropriate path forward or whether other options exist that may achieve better outcomes for the landowners, the community and the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Can I get a seconder for that? Councillor Adams is happy to second that. Thank you. Would you like to speak further, Deputy Mayor?
Thank you. Yes, as noted in the reasoning, this contribution arrangement came in more than a decade ago. It's quite a unique arrangement and really quite complex. So given 10 years has passed, it would be appropriate for us as a council to sit down, discuss what all the options are and to consider whether it's still the best way forward or whether we have some new learnings or new information and how the economic changes have impacted this development and what the future development could be if there were changes to this. So I think it's about having that discussion so we know we're keeping our eyes open and we are contemporary, we are agile and we do adjust if things need to be adjusted. So we'll just see what happens if we do have this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Would anybody else like to speak to this amendment? Right, councillors, did you want to add anything more, Deputy Mayor? Right, councillors, if you'd like to cast your vote on the amendment, please. Thank you, that has been carried. We now put that back with the original item. Is there any further debate on the original item, councillors? Can't see my glasses. No, councillors, please cast your vote. Thank you. Thank you, that has been carried. Moving on to 13.4.1, the History and Heritage Advisory Group meeting on the 3rd of April 2025. Can I get a move for this? Councillor McDonald to move this and Councillor Zhang to second this. Councillor McDonald, would you like to speak to this item? Councillor Zhang, would anybody else like to speak to this item? No. Thank you, councillors. If you would please cast your vote. Thank you. Thank you, that has been carried. Moving on to 13.5.1, the Financial Activity Statement for March 2025. Can I get a mover for this, please? Councillor Lloyd to move this and Councillor Singh to second this. Councillor Lloyd, would you like to speak to this item? Councillor Singh, would anybody else like to speak to this item? No. Councillors, please cast your vote. Thank you, that has been carried. 13.5.2, the payment of accounts. Can I get a mover for this, please? Councillor Adams to move this, Councillor Baines to second this. Councillor Adams, would you like to speak to this item? Councillor Baines, would anybody else like to speak to this item? No? Councillors, if you could please cast your vote. Thank you. Thank you, that has been carried. 13.5.3, the proposed change to Delegated Authority 1.2.7, debts, waivers, concessions or write-offs. Can I get a mover for this, please? Councillor Islam to move this, Councillor Lloyd to second this. Thank you. Is there any debate on this item, councillors? No? If you could please cast your vote. Thank you. Thank you, that has been carried. 13.5.4, the appointment of presiding members for committees of councils. There are 2 staff recommendations. Call for other nominees or not? So just a mover. You're happy to move that, Councillor Williamson, and a seconder, Councillor McDonald. Is there any debate on this item, councillors? No? If you'd like to cast your vote, then thank you. Congratulations, Karen Baines, presiding member for the Audit and Risk Committee. Thank you. Someone didn't vote? Pardon? You haven't voted? It was 10. Thank you, that has been carried. 13.5.5, the tender for 01-2025 upgrade electronic security systems. Can I get a mover for this? Councillor Zhang to move this, Councillor Dalton to second this. Councillor Zhang, would you like to speak to this? Councillor Dalton, would anybody else like to speak to this item? Thank you, councillors. Please cast your vote. Thank you, that has been carried. 13.5.6, which is the tender for 03-2025 private drainage connections. Can I get a mover for this, please? Councillor Singh to move this and Councillor Baynes to second this. Is there any debate on this item, councillors? No, if you could please cast your vote. Thank you. Thank you. That has been carried. There are no motions of which previous notice has been given, no urgent business, no confidential matters. Declare the meeting closed at 7:35. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending. Thank you.